So, I'm a member of Beavers community, and I have a few questions, 8 questions about the game and your profession.
Yeah, that's fine. Is it from the community, or is it from just you personally, or
of all?
Everything.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Okay. The Witcher 3 is a great change compared to the previous chapters, going open world. Was it a challenge to create a vast and coherent world?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not just because of the size, but you know, there are a lot of things that you need to take into account. You don't want the world to have too many things in it. You don't want to have too few things. It's a balance in between. You don't want the world to be, you know, too big, because then, you know, what happens when you have to travel between quests and it takes you, you know, an hour. Okay, well, we have fast travel system, is this, that. Then, you know, what happens at night? Because we have a day-night cycle. We have also a weather system. All of that is going to affect the monsters. So you have to check, and the people as well. It's going to affect the people, but you have to check all this thing on this huge area, and it has to make sense. You know, it's so much work that's gone into it. So many systems that you have to trust.
Okay. Was Sapkowski involved in any way with this new chapter of the saga?
No, he was at the beginning. He was made aware of where we wanted to take it, but since you know the story is set after the books, he trusted our writers to.
But in anything, no. Okay. Rumors give about 200 hours to complete the game, including side quests.
Yeah.
Can you confirm or deny?
Yeah, I mean, I actually am the guy that said that dropped that number, and it's because we always say like 50 hours from the main quest, and about 100 hours for the rest. I know how much there is to do, and if you play like me, I don't use the fast travel. I don't use the fast travel that much because I like to ride, because I know there are things that will happen in between. So I ride a lot everywhere, and 200 hours easily. That's how long it would take me. So there you go. I can confirm that it would take me 200 hours to finish it.
Is there a lot of Damien Morrien left in this chapter of the game, or you made this project totally yours and changed everything?
You mean compared to The Witcher 2?
Okay, yes.
No, but is that what the question is? It's about The Witcher 2, if we changed everything? Or?
Yeah, about...
All right. Basically, we, you know, if you have played the second one, you can keep your save games, and things will affect some of the world events we have in Witcher Wild Hunt. However, if you haven't played the game on PC, or you haven't played the game at all, that's fine as well. You know, you can just start maybe on your console, and there is a character that will speak to you, and that character will ask you some questions, and by answering and talking to him, you basically tell the game what sort of fake save game to create. So it is a totally new chapter, but we take into account some things that you may have done. That's for the fans, you know, because we really care. But you don't need to play the previous games or even have read the books. We introduce you to what The Witcher is, the world of The Witcher. It's a standalone game as well, you know.
Okay. You always covered the very important role of game designer.
Yeah.
Are there any game that you consider a pillar and that inspire you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my favorite RPG is probably Baldur's Gate, which is an it's a classic from the 90s, mid-90s, 95, 96, I think. I like Baldur's Gate because it really opened up a world to us. It was beautiful as well, but from a gameplay point of view, I really liked Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
To me, I wanted to be a cowboy when I was a kid.
Okay.
Red Dead Redemption allowed me to do that, and the beauty of it is that I can just be on my horse, not doing anything, and I'm there. You know, there is nothing, it's just mountains, birds, and it's beautiful and it makes sense, and I'm in it. In terms of mechanics, I really like the Deadeye mechanic from it, where it allowed you to tag certain people around you in slow-mo, and then you could shoot them all, because that was a mechanic that not only felt right, but it felt very cowboy-like, you know? Yeah. You're just like this, but you've tagged everyone. To me, that was... I like that, yeah. There's, actually, more recent, there was probably Shadow of Mordor, which, I mean, I wasn't a big fan of the story, I must admit, and I'm friends with them.
Do you like Tolkien?
Yeah, I'm not a massive Tolkien fan, but the story, yeah, the story was just, I don't know. They'll forgive me saying that because I know them quite well, but I really like their the Nemesis system because they try something new, and I will always support someone that tries something new.
It's break.
Exactly, go for it. I mean, ultimately, to be honest with you, the Nemesis system at the end, like, it didn't really change the outcome. The size of your army, or the level of your army, didn't really make a difference. But I forgive them because they tried something new, and I have no doubt that they'll take it to the next level, whatever they're working on next. So I'm really excited. I think we need more people like that. We're gonna try new things, be ballsy. Maybe it won't work, but at least you tried.
Why did you decide to go from SCEE to CD Projekt?
Wow, these guys know a lot about me. That is crazy. It's crazy. I left Sony because I was working on something which had been cancelled anyway, so I'm not going to give you any details, but I was in charge of a mechanic, which was a really big mechanic, and I wasn't a big fan of the plan and I'm trying to be quite vague because there's a lot of really, really nice people at Sony, and I left some really good friends, but ultimately, let's put it this way, I didn't join the industry to charge a lot of money for a small item. That ultimately should be in the game at the beginning, if that makes sense. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. This is way too common. And when that happened too many times, I could see myself being really jaded about the industry. And I said, fuck it, I don't want to be a designer anymore. I'd been a designer for, like, I don't know, 7, 8 years at that point. And I said, I don't want to be one. That's not why I joined the industry. I did it so that I can make games for people to enjoy and have fun. And so I left, and about, it was like, as I was leaving, actually, I got contacted, and I knew CD Projekt because I was a Witcher fan, and having purchased the version on the PC, when the enhanced version came out, I got the enhanced version for free, and that was really cool. Because I thought to myself, these guys know how to talk to fans, they know how to look after them, and if they know how to look after those fans, they must be really nice to their employees. So I went there, had an interview with a few people, and I realized that we were on the same level. We're on the same level. I want to do free DLC, and we have free DLC. I want to, have the game on the console, on the PC that's the same. I don't want to give players like a different pair of boots just because they've pre-ordered the game with a certain company or another. No. I want everybody to just have the same experience. It's not easy. But yeah, anyway, you can tell from how passionate I am. It's where I belong. I got my design brain back and my happiness again, so it's cool. No offense to Sony, it's a great company, to be honest with you. Maybe I've been unlucky, it was a bad project.
Okay. What did you enjoy the most in the process of creating the first chapter of the saga?
The first one? I wasn't actually part of Witcher 1. I wasn't at the company at the time. So, but I can tell you that I was talking to a friend of mine who was telling me about how creating this character that you've been reading about all your life as a kid is massive. You feel such weight on your shoulders. You have to create Geralt. What does he look like? Well, it's we have a description of him, but ultimately, it's the way you see it in your brain is going to be quite different from the way someone else sees it.
you really like Gerald.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? I think this one is my favorite actually. It's my favorite. I feel like I like his beard. I like his beard. I like who he has become since the second one. You can tell that he's spent some time in the wild. He's a bit more rough, you know. I really dig him. So yeah, there you go.
Okay, the last one.
Yeah.
Are you already planning a fourth chapter, or you will want to branch out on other projects? And of which kind?
Well, you know, this is the last one for us in terms of Witcher. We're not quite done yet. We have a lot of free DLC that's coming out, so we have to make it. But you know, we got a lot of ideas. We got some really cool ideas.
Small project or a big project?
I'll tell you, in terms of big project, we got Cyberpunk as well. That's a different team, and I'm also part of that team. So it's brilliant. It's gonna be brilliant. That's all I can tell you. I wish I could tell you more. But
About Cyberpunk?
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's going to be cool. And right now we just want to focus on Witcher because we still have a lot to do. We just want to tell people, you know, forget about Cyberpunk, forget about it for a little bit, let it do its thing. Because we still have a lot to do with Witcher, and it's easier for us as well as a team to focus on Witcher. So there you go.
Can you say hello to beavers.com?
Beavers.et. Is that your website? It's called Beavers?
Yeah, and
I love it.
Can you invite to follow us?
Yeah. So what is it, Beavers? What's your Twitter?
Yeah.
So what do you want me to say? Like, hey, beavers.it.
Okay.
Your name is crazy. Beaver, yeah? You want to say something like that? Do you want me to say that? And do you want me to say follow me on Twitter? Follow you on Twitter?
Okay.
What's that? Yeah? Yeah? Okay.
And you send you a comic strip.
Yeah, please. I'll give you my business card. I would love
your
that.
Your email?
Yeah, we'll give you everything.
Thank you.
That would be cool. That would be super cool.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Can I have a picture with you?
Yeah. So do you want me to film like beavers.it, or do you want me to tweet it, or what's your Twitter?
Beavers_et.
That's it.